Saturday they were ranked 18th, and you guys.
Yeah, we played really well. Uh, I think it's a lot easier. Some games you would think, Memphis is a hard game to win on the road, but it's a lot easier game to coach because your guys are so fired up to play in that environment. You come out, they got 17,000 people, and guys have seen them on TV ranked all year. So our guys were really focused, locked in. Makes it a lot easier to coach a game like that. Now their talent was tremendous, and we did a great job defensively. So it was a big win for us, but only one game. We're gonna have to play them again, maybe twice, and you don't want to erase a great win like that if you go to Houston and get beat.
What have you seen on film from Houston that you think that you could take advantage of from them?
Well, they're 2-0 in the league. I think their big win over UConn. They were up 21 on UConn, which really surprised a lot of people. So they got probably one of the best two big guys in the league in Tyshawn Thomas. He's dominating statistically, a lot like Justin Jackson. Probably a little bit more of a driver from the perimeter than Justin, but he's a very good player. They've been dealing with some injuries. We got one as well with Jermaine Lawrence battling the turf toe, but they're extremely well coached. James Dickey does a great job.
And talk about Justin Jackson. He's been very consistent and firing from all cylinders. He's just been great. Talk about that.
Well, Justin is he's right now he's one of the best big guys in the country. His development this year has been unbelievable. His consistency, I think, as you mentioned, is the key for us. If you're going to compete for a league championship, you need 2 all-league players, not one. You need 2. Right now, we got 2 guys playing at that level, in Justin and Sean Kilpatrick, and a lot of other guys playing well also. But right now, I wouldn't trade Justin Jackson for anybody in the country as far as big people are concerned, because he dominates both ends at times, whether it's an offensive rebound, gives you a guy you can go to in a low post, and his defense on the inside, 7 blocks against Memphis, unbelievable. I think he gave him 12 for the week, and they may get sick of it, but he probably should be player of the year in our conference again this week. That'll come out sometime today, but he may not win it because he won the last 2, but right now he's dominating a lot of areas for us.
What would it mean for you guys to go 3-0 in conference play for the first time since 2005?
Yeah, well, we don't really think about the past, but for us, I think every win makes the next game bigger, and you want to continue to progress. I always say this: it's not about November and December; it's about not who you are, but who you become, especially in college basketball. And for us, we've been on the improve. Our defense continues to get better. We shot 58% from the field in the second half against Memphis, so. Just want to continue to improve. You don't want to take a step backwards.
What will you be expecting from your guys tomorrow?
Well, I'm hoping to get the same type of mental focus. That's the trick as a coach. If the same team, it's the same Cincinnati team shows up in Houston that showed up in Memphis, I like our chances. And that's mental focus more than anything else.
Did you know that you, Louisville, and Houston are the only 3 teams in your conference with a 2-0?
No, I did not know that. I thought you were going to throw a historical thing
No.
about Somebody told me that Houston had been in Conference USA for 17 straight years. How many leagues have we been in the last 17 years?
17.
We've been Great Midwest, Conference USA, Big
Metro.
East.
Metro, Great Midwest Conference.
Nah, because 17 years is 95.
Okay.
Hell, that's 97 now. But, I was watching Houston film and they said that. And I was like, wow. We've been in 4 leagues and they've only been in 1. So, but I think anytime you can, we were able to give Memphis a loss, and if you can give Houston a loss and knocks it down to where 2 people are the only 2 undefeated teams, obviously it matters. But we don't really talk about stuff like that. It's way too early. Just try to make sure you're getting better. Keep your guys focused. That's the most important thing.
Talk about how reliable Sean Kilpatrick is, especially with scoring.
Well, for us, I think the biggest area he's improved is being reliable at the end of the game. I was talking to one of our former assistants called me to congratulate us on the win at Memphis. He said, can you believe you're playing him at point guard at the end of the game? There's a guy that if he took more than 1 dribble as a freshman, he turned it over, so we had to redshirt him. And now he's playing point guard down the stretch, never turns it over, makes every free throw, and hits a big 3 at the end of the clock to really end that game. I think that's the big difference in his growth. And really an average game for him is to get 13. You know, a great game, he's going to get 20 to 30. And it says a lot about his talent level, that if he's on a bad night, he's 5 for 11. I didn't think he had a great game against Memphis. But down the stretch, you got a guy like him, you can just put the ball in his hands when you got the lead, and he's going to make free throws, much like Steve Logan did around here quite a while ago.
And then talk about how much your freshmen have really stepped up with Carl Payne and Kevin Johnson. Like, they've stepped up and really produced for you.
Well, I think that's the biggest key for us, the development of our freshmen. All three of those guys got tremendous talent. They're the future of our program. But we need them now to produce. I think they had maybe 20 between them at Memphis. So giving us some production, getting to the point where Troy at the point guard spot takes care of the basketball. Jermaine Lawrence making sure he's being able to defend big, strong people around the rim. Kevin shooting a higher percentage, not relying so much on his three-point shot. Those things are all really important for our team. If you're trying to be a great team, you've got to be more than a 1-2-man show. Got it?
You talked a little bit about consistency. Is there any part of the game you feel like you got to work on if you really want to get that consistency out of the players game in, game out?
That's the biggest trick in coaching, trying to make sure that you show up and play your best every night. And I think it's probably not realistic. I think to continue to develop all your players so you're not relying on 1 and 2 guys. Experience tells me you're not going to get a great game out of